Yeah, hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm on my 10 toes. I'm on the grind.
Back to our 10 to raise your boy Shrimp.
It's your girl Zai.
And today we back with a
banger.
Who we got today, man?
We got 7 rappers who got caught snitching.
Ooh. I already know 2. But 3.
I know 2 that they've been talking about recently. Gunna and Richey.
Yeah, and then you know the most famous one.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, I think that's the
Hey, 6ix9ine was like Richey.
Oh yeah, he got on his.
Richey got on 6ix9ine?
No, I seen how.
Since I was like, Cole ain't even get none of the drink in the sandwich. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. At the end of it, let's tune in.
Who got caught snitching? And first up, we had Boston Richey, because in December 2013, a woman reported her Honda stolen. Later that day, an undercover cop spotted her stolen vehicle backed into a parking spot.
Bro, that's clear as hell.
Don't
4K for real.
You really in 4K.
Later that day, an undercover cop spotted her stolen vehicle backed into a parking spot and kept an eye out on the car. And not long after watching the car, he saw Dejarius Robinson and 16-year-old Boston Richey hop in the stolen car and drive off. The police would keep an eye out and spot the car for a second time.
Looking like that at 16?
Grown. Well,
crusty.
And Richey hopped in the stolen car and drive off. The police would keep an eye out and spot the car for a second time, but now it was 3 guys inside it. A few hours later, another police officer saw the 3 guys in the stolen car walking away from a dead-end street. He located the stolen car as another officer arrived on the scene, where he saw Boston Richey walking away from the other 2 guys. So the police went out and detained Richey. Richey agreed to answer questions and told the police he was driving a stolen vehicle. So the police transported Richey to the police station for more questioning. The other officers located the other 2 guys who were in the car with Richey, but neither of them would make any statement to the police. Police later found the keys that belonged to the stolen car and the stolen revolver in a garbage can. Investigators questioned Richey at the police station, and Richey agreed to answer more questions, telling the police that he had stolen the vehicle with 3 other guys. But he only knew one of the guys by name and told the police the guy's name was George. Richey also said George told him that the Honda had the keys inside of it, so they took the car between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., driving it around the city until 7 a.m. Richey also told police that the other 2 guys...
What's the point? I don't know how y'all jits like. What's the point of stealing a stolo? Like getting a stolo. Like, what's the point? You ain't gonna flip that and get some bread, bro. I'm not doing
it. Just because it's fun. And I was just thinking, like, Jit was 16 when he snitched. I'm thinking, like, he grown.
Yeah, he was young.
Bro, his mama probably whooped this behind. But you better tell the officers everything. They probably hit.
But the problem, the problem is too, right? It's how things was back then to how things is now. Now, no matter how old you is, you a snitch. You a snitch.
Yeah,
you
back then.
Like, no one didn't care about that.
No, they didn't. Like,
he was young.
Nobody wasn't really doing stuff back then like that anyway. Like, they was, but it wasn't like, oh, we ain't kept you snitch. They ain't take it as serious as now.
How they do it now, dog.
Like, I don't know.
a.m., driving it around the city until 7 a.m. Richey also told police that the other 2 guys knew that the car was stolen, which is why they came to his house several times that day. Richey continued by letting police know that the stolen revolver didn't belong to him, and since Richey and his friends all knew the car was stolen, they were all charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. And due to Boston Richey telling the police that the car was stolen multiple times, this is what also made them arrest and charge the other 2 guys with GTA. And after the news broke going viral saying Boston Richey...
I guess the other ones didn't say that. Wait, they're always saying the same thing, right?
The other was the one saying nothing. Boston was the only one saying stuff.
So yeah, so that's why they got damn.
That's why he got caught cased up, and when they found the gun, he
said it was his.
Yeah, so like, okay, it gotta be somebody else then. Y'all was in the car together. You already said y'all was in the car together.
All right, that's a different ball game now.
I was thinking, I'm like, hold on,
all right, this
keep telling everything.
This the ball game. Like, if they ain't saying nothing, why you saying something? Y'all should be saying the same thing.
That comes from when they making plans without like having a plan. Be like, if we get caught, this is what we say. Instead, Jit got scared. He probably like I said, he probably started still get whippings. I don't know.
and charged the other 2 guys with GTA. And after the news broke going viral saying Boston Richey snitched, he responded on Instagram by posting pictures of him holding $250,000, saying how they hate on him and he didn't snitch. And after he posted the money, fans started saying that confirmed that he snitched.
That would have been the last thing.
Bro,
he was so funny. money, though.
He recently posted more money of him in the hood. I think in the corner store. Got it. I think it was $500,000. He was like piling up.
That's how they get killed.
It was like, bro, what you doing that again for?
That's how men get killed.
It's like, bro, just let it die down. Like everybody saying snitch, cool. You can't beat the internet, honestly.
My thing is, why you walk around carrying all that money? Y'all ain't got credit. Y'all ain't got cards. Y'all ain't got bank account.
Come on, out the hood, and they just want to see. They just want to see
show
rubber band,
off.
bankroll type junk. Bro.
And I'm like, bro, no. Like, I don't like paper money like that.
No, I don't like that junk.
It goes too fast. Paper money go fast.
Posted the money, fans started saying that confirmed that he snitched.
That would have been the last thing I would have done. To be honest, I would have just fell back.
News also spread that Boston Richey was no longer going on tour with Future. And fans quickly assumed that Future took him off the tour after Richey's paperwork got revealed. But he instantly addressed these rumors saying, I look like getting took off the tour. I'm locked in getting this music in order for this album. Now let's move on to a Chicago rapper known as FBG Butter, because Butter was really close with another Chicago rapper named Lil J. Since they were in the same gang, they would even go on drills together.
Lil J, we did his song. You know when they got released? I think he went back in too. I think he got arrested again.
A Chicago rapper named Lil J. Since they were in the same gang, they would even go on drills together. But one night, things would go south because Jay, Butter, and another one of their gang members named Trug went to buy drugs from a dude named Jay the Kid. It ain't clear what exactly went down, but an argument broke out. So Jay, Butter, and Trug left. And instead of finding a new plug to buy from, they went to Trug's girlfriend's house and picked up some guns. Then, the three of them went back to Jay the Kid's place, where they ended up getting into a shootout. Trug and Jay the Kid both got hit. Trug later died, while Jay the Kid recovered in the hospital. Jay the Kid got off on self-defense, but Lil J and Butter were both charged with murder, even though they weren't the ones.
That's why he went in?
That boy head strong as a man. Look at that. He don't get forehead. I thought my forehead.
Well, he got someone here we know, but I ain't gonna say it right now.
Huh?
He got someone here we know. Someone brother.
We gonna talk about it.
It got off on self-defense, but Lil J and Butter were both charged with murder, even though they weren't the ones.
What is that clip?
He had got off on self-defense, but Lil J and Butter were both charged with murder, even though they weren't the ones who shot him. Police determined that they were why Trub was involved in the altercation, and Butter and Jay were supposed to be holding it down together. But then Jay leaked photos of Butter signing paperwork in an interrogation room, but denied ever signing anything. But he did get out of prison early, which supported the rumors. Butter cut ties with Lil J, and the two of them have been beefing ever since. Jay ended up beating the murder charge for Trub's death, but then he got sentenced to 14 years for conspiracy to commit murder and intent to kill and injure for trying to take out Jay the Kid. And when we got the Lil J got released from serving 7 years in prison, he dropped a track named First Day Clout. And in the song, he took shots.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
From serving 7 years in prison, he dropped a track named First Day Clout. And in the song, he took shots at FBG Butter for snitching on him, saying, Shorty snitched and moved out of town. He go that black and white, gave statement and plea agreements that told I had to.
Bro, now we know this. I want to go re-listen to it
You
again.
hear me?
And then do it. I wish you could have.
Yeah. The song was good.
But like,
we just like, who you was talking about?
Right, knowing this now, like.
Oh, okay.
She moved out of town. He go that black and white, gave statement and plea agreements that told I had to fight for my life. Lil J did an interview with Say Cheese TV after he got out, explaining how Butter also got Lil J's mom sentenced to 3 years in prison.
What?
He gets out 4 years earlier than you, right?
Yeah, he took a plea deal to testify against me for that. I'm about to put that out there soon too. I mean, that paperwork, I still got that. You got my OG locked up over there.
And after Jay revealed all that information, Butter did an interview with Cam Capone News to tell his side of the story.
But in real life, he told on himself. Oh, bro.
But you told paperwork.
Told on himself. Don't make it seem like I told on you. Because if I told on you, then he wouldn't be home right now.
He also spoke about the paperwork that Lil J leaked.
Okay, now, there was some paperwork that popped up on the internet. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that paperwork, that fake, man. Oh, bro. Look that.
Bro, his body language, I don't know, it seems like he lying. He moving too much.
Yeah. He is.
A little bit.
Yeah, that paperwork, that fake, man. Oh, bro. Look that up.
Florida rapper Spotemgottem also got exposed for snitching on his friends.
I recently just found out about this one right here.
I didn't even know he snitched.
I recently found out about this one.
Florida rapper Spotemgottem also got exposed for snitching on his friends not too long ago. Because back in May 2018, Jacksonville police were patrolling Moncrief Road due to the recent violent crime in the city. And while patrolling, officers saw a white Honda matching the description of a stolen vehicle parked in someone's yard. Officers then contacted the people who lived at the house. She allowed Y&R Mookie to live there alone. They also let the police know they were unaware of any illegal activity on the property. Officers then requested consent to search the house, and the owner gave them permission. So the police went and knocked on the door, and Spotem and Mookie both came to the door, leaving the house while the police searched the crib. Police found 2 handguns in the bathroom inside the toilet's water tank, along with a bag of weed. They also found a bag full of bullets in the living room and a bag with a bunch of pills. When questioned, Mookie didn't say anything, but Spotem provided the police with a statement. Spotem told police he arrived at the house at 9 p.m., stated that he was sleeping on the couch when the police light shined through the window. Spotem continued saying that Mookie began pacing around and walking to his bedroom, then came out with items in his hand with a t-shirt covering them. Officers asked Spotem if he knew what the items were that Mookie had in his shirt, and he said, a pole. Spotem also told officers that Mookie was the only one to use the bathroom before the police arrived. Spotem stated that the
I know these details like this deep. Bro, why is y'all going on?
So you
parked the stroller right in front of
I was gonna say, why would you park the stroller in front of your crib though? If I steal a stroller, I'm only gonna have it less than an hour, bro. I'm not finna.
If I'm gonna park that, I'm gonna park it like blocks away from where I'm gonna be at.
Not even blocks. I'll park that bit next city. Get an Uber, bitch. You feel me?
Make sure there ain't no cameras around. You gotta know your area too. You gotta know where the cameras at, bro. You gotta be.
Dang, I'm not even finna catch an Uber because they'll be like, okay, you caught an Uber from here to here.
Yeah, you gotta be smart, bro, when you do stuff like that now. Now technology is next level.
And then watch who you do it with.
Yeah.
You can't do the crime. They say if you do do stuff by yourself because it's always gonna be somebody gonna tell you. Yeah.
Officers that Mookie was the only one to use the bathroom before the police arrived. Spotem stated that the bag of bullets was his, and when questioned about the pills, he said he didn't know where the drug.
I believe so. I don't hear nothing from him right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spotem stated that the bag of bullets was his, and when questioned about the pills, he said he didn't know where the drugs came from. Spotem also let the police know that he got the bullets by stealing them from Dick's Sporting Goods. So police ended up arresting Mookie, and he was charged with possession of a weapon by a delinquent and armed possession of marijuana with intent to sell. And due to Spotem cooperating with the police, he got off free without any charges. And they determined that Mookie was the one who hid all the items before they performed.
He definitely did, because nothing, bro, all that in the house, and you...
And then he admitted to stealing bullets from Dick's Sporting Goods.
Exactly, and still nothing? So you're not even probation or nothing?
What? And you just lollygagging around free, knowing you done did what you did to your partner.
Free without any charges. And they determined that Mookie was the one who hid all the items before they performed the search warrant. Mookie beat the case since the state didn't file charges in time. But if the case made it to trial, Spotem's statement would have been used against Mookie. And after the paperwork went viral, rappers started speaking on it.
Terrible, man. Everyday shit with a man. And get what this man said. I'm finna show y'all exactly what this man said. This man say his mama told.
They say Spotemgottem on rat.
And in an interview with Say Cheese, Spotem said one of Mookie's homeboys leaked that paperwork since he was mad.
Who leaked the statement?
I don't know. Like it was one of my little homeboys I was with. He Mookie. He was on some mad little hate. I don't know.
And Kodak and Fulio aren't the only ones who felt away after the news broke out. Because Lil Durk also sent
Spotemgottem
his $100,000 back after he saw the news, since he didn't want to be on the song with
How you go from beatbox to nothing?
Literally.
To nothing. Boy, I hope you invested in your money when you made off of beatboxes. That bill was
you know he did. He's stealing bullets out of swearing.
His $100,000 back after he saw the news, since he didn't want to be on the song with Spotem after finding out he snitched. And subscribe to the channel before we move on. But Durk also took shots at 6ix9ine for snitching, because 6ix9ine is one of the most famous snitches in the world. And in 2018,
with 6ix9ine situation, I understand. Like, well, I don't know the full story, but you kidnapped me, you having sex with my girl, you stealing from me, and you think I'm finna do some time for you?
Yeah, I understand. I understand what he did, but then people gonna debate, be like, "Oh nah, he know he was in the game. He know what comes with it." You know what I'm saying?
But when you in the game, you don't expect your friends, people you call like your ex-born coon to do that stuff to you. You expect rivalries to do that. If it was your rivalry, okay, get that.
Let me know what y'all think, man. What y'all would have did what 6ix9ine did? Like, for imagine that's you 6ix9ine.
I'ma do it.
And what happened? You know what happened? 6ix9ine happened to you. Would you do it? I'ma do it.
Yeah, cause if you my dog and you do all that to me, still in you hunching my dude and you beat me and stuff.
Come on, I'ma do it.
Girl, I ain't
He
about to do nothing
snitched.
for you.
And subscribe to the channel before we move on. But Dirk also took shots at 6ix9ine for snitching because 6ix9ine is one of the most famous snitches in the world. And in 2018, 6ix9ine and his manager Shotty were arrested along with other 9 Trey Bloods on federal racketeering and weapons charges. And not long after being locked up, 6ix9ine pleaded guilty to the 9 charges they had on him and was facing a mandatory sentence of 47 years. But not long after hearing that news, a document was revealed showing that 6ix9ine provided legal testimony that led to an investigation on the other members in the gang. And due to 6ix9ine snitching, his sentence was cut down to 2 years, while all the other members still are in jail. And after rappers found out that he snitched, they started going crazy, dissing him in songs and all. Because on Laugh Now, Cry Later, Lil Durk said, "Can you not play that little boy in the club? Because we do not listen to rats." Taking a shot at 6ix9ine for snitching. But 6ix9ine isn't the only rapper who snitched on his own gang. Since O-Block, Big Mike did the same thing and snitched on King Von. Because in 2014, Von was at a house party, and during the party, a dude named Malcolm Stuckey and some of his bros were trying to scare Von by mean mugging him. But since Von was solo, he decided not to try anything and left to recruit backup from Big Mike. So once Von and Mike saw Malcolm hanging out by the porch, they opened fire. Unfortunately, Malcolm was killed in the shooting, and several of his friends were wounded trying to escape. Not long after the incident, Von and Mike were arrested and charged with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. So Mike and Von would go on to fight this case over the next few years. And things weren't going the best for King Von, since Mike had agreed to testify that Von was the one who fired the shot that ended Malcolm's life. And at the last minute, Big Mike tried to change his mind and didn't want to take the stand when the trial took place. No other witnesses came to testify either, so the prosecutors didn't have much evidence to tie to Von.
You know why that boy ain't come. You know why that boy didn't come. He know, like.
You know why.
Place. No other witnesses came to testify either, so the prosecutors didn't have much evidence to tie to Von. So Von was later acquitted of the charges, and due to Big Mike refusing to point at Von during the trial, he was sentenced to 28 years. And if Mike never agreed to...
Imagine you agreeing to snitch, and then they later find out there was already no witnesses and no evidence, and both of y'all could have been free, but because you decided to be like, oh yeah,
you gotta do it. Then you turn around and say, nah.
Now you messed up.
Now they slapped you with 28, boy.
Refusing to point at Von during the trial, he was sentenced to 28 years. And if Mike never agreed to testify at first, he wouldn't have gotten sentenced either. Now let's move on to Pop Gunna, because after news came out that he snitched, his career took a turn for the worse. Because paperwork revealed that in 2015, 14-year-old Pop was the witness in a homicide case where another 14-year-old named Deval DeShields was shot and killed. And his paperwork revealed that Pop was very cooperative with the police, revealing everything to them, which led Demetrius Brown to get sentenced to 40 years in prison.
They got that boy. As soon as he woke up,
with the police, revealing everything to them, which led Demetrius Brown to get sentenced to 40 years in prison. And not long after the paperwork went viral, Pop went on Instagram saying the paperwork was fake. Pop later did an interview with DJ Academics, saying he was a kid and should be excused for his statements.
I was a kid, bro.
Yeah, you were 14.
Ain't no kid supposed to go through no like.
That's what we saying, like.
Bro, why are they digging up when rappers was like 14?
Young, like babies.
I'm thinking these men.
Well, not babies, man.
They babies.
No, not babies.
Back then we was considered babies, but nowadays you 14, you not no baby. Back then you 14, you a kid.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was babies back then, but like nowadays you 14-year-olds on me like.
Ain't no babies no more, man. Them boys jumping out the womb and all.
With the fire, come on.
Not the porch, the womb, man.
Pop later did an interview with DJ Academics, saying he was a kid and should be excused for his statements.
I was a kid, bro. Ain't no kid supposed to go through no like that, bro. I seen that a kid wasn't supposed to see.
But rappers weren't feeling the same way, because after Lil Uzi found out about the news, he tweeted, "Need my verse back, that song, real street, stick to the code." Lil TJ also spoke on the situation, saying he did a bid at 14 years old, and that it's no excuse to snitch if you say you're in the streets. Jaco the Ruler also...
Man, that's how you was a delinquent at 14. I mean, other people want to be one too.
Yeah, everybody ain't living the same life, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Some people mess up, you feel me, and They gotta recover. Like, come on, it was a mistake, and they gotta recover, bro. Y'all ain't gonna let no one recover, bro. Come on, that don't make no sense.
They don't take in consideration of people's trauma, because look what he said. That you could tell that kind of still affected him, because he said no kid should have seen something like that. Like, he seen some stuff. Yeah, and it probably really bothered him as a kid. Come on now.
13 years old, and that it's no excuse to snitch if you say you're in the streets. Jaco the Ruler also went on Instagram and spoke on the situation.
Snitch is not cool. I don't give a if you snitch when you was 10 years old. I don't give a if you snitch when you was 30.
Now let's move on to Gunna, because after Gunna got released from jail.
Alright, that means everybody child out here a snitch.
Don't say, cause y'all kids be snitching they behind.
Once they start rapping, they snitches. They rap on their brother, they rap on their sister, their cousin,
uncle, auntie.
Ratted on all of them.
Literally, like.
So none of them can rap.
Make sure it applies to everybody and not y'all favorites.
You snitched when you was 30.
Now let's move on to Gunna, because after Gunna got released from jail, everyone was excited. But their emotions quickly turned after the media found out that he took a deal to get released called an Alford plea. After his release, Gunna and his team instantly released statements where he explained how he wasn't switching on the crew and working with the police. But things said otherwise when a video was leaked of Gunna telling a prosecutor that YSL is a gang. During the hearing, the prosecutor also asked him a question about him and Young Thug in the car. And Gunna said,
"You were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you."
Yes, ma'am. After this video leaked, fans and other artists were pissed since Gunna was making things worse when he answered these questions. Lil Durk even went on to diss Gunna in a leaked snippet where he says, "What happened to Virgil? He probably gonna tell." And he said it that way since he has a song with Gunna named What Happened to Virgil. But Durk wasn't the only rapper who dissed Gunna for taking a plea. So click this video to see what rappers really think of Gunna.
Oh, he gonna do us like that?
Hey man, listen, if y'all want us to do the next video right there like y'all seen, y'all let us know. We gonna do it.
We gonna hop on that, you feel me?
Know what I'm saying?
I was gonna get to a foul. I had to stop myself.
I see you. But yeah, man, I know y'all gonna argue in the comments, but I'm saying go ahead, voice your opinion.
Voice your opinion. We'll be here for our opinion. We here to listen.
Don't be disrespectful, know what I'm saying? We all get disrespectful.
We
That's
get
when,
disrespectful.
Know what I'm saying? We match energies around
That's
here.
when we start digging your daddy up and your cousin and put it on your porch.
You know, put it on the plate. Know what I'm saying?
We ain't eat no dead bodies.
No, they gonna eat that. Oh, you heard me?
Pop it in the blunt.
No, I don't want no dead off, so. Listen at the end of it, y'all know what's up.
Make sure you like,
subscribe,
comment,
share,
notification bell.
Cause you know what, baby.
Baby.
That's all.
Gang!